EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich here with your outlook for January 23rd, 2026. The Friday video forecast is proudly sponsored by McCall Collective Brewing. McCall is a family-owned and operated brewery with 2 locations in the Lehigh Valley. Their original Southside Allentown location is at 102 East Susquehanna Street, and their second location, McCall Collective Tap House in Trexlertown, is located at 7743 Hamilton Boulevard. Both locations are open 7 days a week and have a full food menu. Plenty of beer to choose from for both dine-in or takeout, along with local wine and cocktails. Pull this up for you. For the upcoming snowstorm, they have a special running at both locations, and just so you don't forget the essentials, milk, bread, eggs, and beer, which is also a necessity, they are making it easy for you. Each of the next 2 days, they have 4 packs to go that are buy one, get one half off without any limits. No limitations at both locations. For their latest information on all their new beer releases and their upcoming events, please visit their Facebook page or to place online orders on their website, McCallCollectiveBrewing.com. They are McCall Collective Brewing, proud sponsors of the Friday video forecast. Very nice people, I have to tell you. I posted this on Twitter last night. But the owner, it is a female-owned brewery, by the way. So I've golfed with Chris before, who is not co-owner, but he's that's the husband, right? His wife showed up at the door last night with some beer for me for this storm, which I thought was absolutely fantastic. That was a very nice gesture for them. Just kind of a thank you for the hard work, and they're a longtime sponsor of ours, so I thank you for that. So today we have a partly cloudy day. It's going to be a little bit breezy, 10 to 15. Or most of the wind speeds are common wind speeds are 10 to 15, sustained. Some gusts that are 15 to 25. You might get some 30s up in elevation, but that will just be primarily during the day. It's just basically cold air advection related. So yesterday we had a day in the 40s. It was a nice day. I got out and got the snowblower out and actually started in the second pool, which is great. But lubed that up and gassed it up, and it was ready to go. And cleaned out the garage a little bit. It was a nice day to do that, right? So with temperatures in the 40s today, you're not going to have that. Temperatures are going to be in the 29 to 38 degree range, and that 29 is in our far northwestern areas. 38 would be down by Philadelphia, but that's going to be the warmest day you're going to see for a while. And actually, through the end of this month is going to be pretty darn cold, and not even to freezing on that entire stretch. We're looking at tomorrow, as you see, Bobby. That is not a misprint. That is not a misprint for Saturday. 15 to 21 is the temperature spread on Saturday, and this is all ahead of our winter storm. Now, this is presenting quite a bit of a headache here. What seemed to be every model's agreeing with each other and everything's hunky-dory. Well, now the short-range models are coming into place, which handle warm air advection better. Now, we did our snow map yesterday. We did a probability map. We did that on purpose because we were allowing for the possibility of sleet working in this and freezing rain and pushing these totals down. So we didn't want to commit to ranges yet. We were like, I've seen the song and dance before, okay? And I'm just warning you that if you're seeing these crazy amounts of snow out there, I'm seeing 12 to 18, some 16 to 22s, some 12 to 24s, all kinds of crazy amounts out there over a very large area. They're probably not going to be correct, okay? And we kind of cautioned against that. And yes, we are in storm mode. We did release the beast yesterday. Parts of our area are going to get that kind of snow. You only need 12 inches or more to qualify for that level of storm mode, which is involving the lizard. And we are going to have a lot of areas see that. But not everywhere, okay? So you have to understand that we cover a very large area, and there's some warm air advection working into this. So I'll run you through the European model here just to see what it does. Saturday's fine. If you have any plans to do on Saturday, get them done Saturday. Anything outdoors you have to do, any running around, do that Saturday. I cautioned, about the grocery stores, leave them alone, but that nobody listens. They're already empty. The shelves are empty already. So it doesn't matter. There's no milk, there's no bread, there's none of that. So apparently a lot of French toast being made here over the next couple of days. But as long as you're drinking beer, that's fine, right? It doesn't matter. You go on the beer diet the next couple of days. That's what I'm going to do. So here it is. As we get into Saturday night, crowds are going to increase later in the day here on Saturday. And then overnight, we're going to have some snow work in. Looks like it's going to be around midnight and then after for our northeastern areas. And the snow it's going to start everywhere as snow. We don't have a doubt on our minds that is going to be the case. Even across our far southern areas and even southern Delaware, everybody's going to be snow here starting off. So Sunday morning when you wake up, it will be snowing. During the course of the day, when we get into the afternoon, down here by the I-95 corridor, especially the southern part of the I-95 corridor from Washington, D.C. up through Baltimore and Philadelphia, up through about central New Jersey, we're going to see a changeover to sleet, okay? It's going to mix at first and then change over to sleet. In the interior, still getting pounded with heavy snow, and I think that's going to continue for a couple more hours yet, but we'll see that sleet line creep up to the north. Now, the European model is not that aggressive with this creep up to the north and far northwest, so it's giving hope to some areas, and so is the GFS. Here's the GFS that ran this evening. This is the updated one, and is doing the same thing, but now it's bringing sleet up into southeast PA, central New Jersey, just like the European model is doing. So they're starting to say, oh, wait a minute, warm air advection, right? And the reason this is happening is because you have this primary low that is out here, primary low, that holds on a little bit longer, so it's transferring to this secondary low right here. During this transfer process is where you get warm air advection into the mid-levels, and since it doesn't happen, like it's not like a quick thing, you get some warm air advection coming in, and that's going to change things over to sleet. Now, it's going to be plenty cold. It'll be one of those deals where it's in the 20s, mid-20s, lower 20s, or even teens, and it's sleeting, and you're like, what the heck? It should be snowing. It doesn't work just by ground temperatures. What's happening aloft? I'll show you that here in a second. So when we go into for the GFS run is not terrible, but it's matching the European model output with a lot of sleet here in our southeastern areas, and even does indicate, like we have on our map, that there could be rain in what we have in our area F, which is the southern half of Delaware and parts of extreme southern New Jersey, southeastern New Jersey. Let me get to that map real quick, just so I can show you. This is our we took a probability-based approach, so we didn't put ranges of snow out saying you're going to get, 12 to 16 or 10 to what. We didn't do any of that. Okay, this is just a best chance area to see what's indicated on the map. So area A here is the highest probability to remain all snow and greater than 16 inches possible. I still think that's a good solid area up here. This area B allows for some mixing to come into the play. Maybe not a complete changeover to sleet, but that's possible too. But at least mixing with sleet, which will hold it down a little bit, but we still can see a lot of these areas still getting a foot or more of snow. And if it remains all snow, it will be more than a foot, okay? You'll get more like A totals up here. You could. And it's kind of the upside of this is probably like 18, maybe a few spots C, 20. That's an absolute upside. If everything remained all snow and you're just getting all snow out of this, and there's no dry slots or anything anything else that can happen to transfer, then you can get that kind of amount. But I think you're solid here for at least 10, 12 inches here in this area B. We went 10 plus here, but that might have to be reevaluated tomorrow morning. We'll see. Again, we don't have to. We didn't commit to anything until today at 5 o'clock when we put the official first call out with ranges of snow. But this area C here could be a battle zone with sleet. I think you'd change over to sleet there. And area D could actually change over to freezing rain as well. You might have sleet and freezing rain mixed in there. This area F down here, now E is not really our territory, but we have that as going over to a lot of freezing rain after starting as snow. But this area F is going to be sleet, freezing rain, changing to, or snow, then sleet, then freezing rain, and then changing over to a little bit of rain here for a time, right along the immediate coast in far southeastern New Jersey and southern half of Delaware, even down to Ocean City, Maryland. Okay, so that's what our map looks like. It was a probability-based map. It's kind of setting the low floor of things, and then you can go up from there, okay? So now looking at the NAM this evening, this is a 3-kilometer version of the NAM. This starts off at midnight. You can see the snow is coming in from the southwest and spreading northeastward. This is going to run out of range here at 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So you see we're all snow here, okay, everywhere. Sunday morning when you wake up, you're all snow. It runs out of range, so I have to go to the next version, which is the 12-kilometer version. It's not as high resolution, but it's starting to see this snow, the sleet line start kicking in from the southeast here, and that will come up further to the north and get into early afternoon already. The NAM has this over southern New Jersey and all of Delaware. You even see some rain coming in here in places like Ocean City, Maryland, but you're all snow, moderate to heavy snow in the interior, so you're going to get a pretty good amount of snow here before any kind of changeover. But this line starts creeping up. Here's late afternoon, 4 o'clock. Here's 7 o'clock. Now you're getting it all the way up to I-78 in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So this is getting all the way up to the Lehigh Valley. It's getting up past Harrisburg. And this is a very plausible idea. Is it overdone with this amount of sleet? It could be, but this is why we waited. We didn't put official map, we just did a probability. That's it. We didn't put official totals out yet. And then we get into the overnight. Again, we had sleet possible going all the way up to the Scranton Wilkes-Barre area. Watch what happens here on the NAM. Oh, yeah, look, it's close. It's awfully close. Not impossible. Not impossible. So I'm not trying to prepare you for a letdown, but I kind of am, okay, for some areas. You're not going to get these monster totals if you're changing over to sleet, so you're not looking at 18 inches of snow, but you could still get a foot of snow before this changes over, especially in the southern Poconos, maybe down to the Lehigh Valley. You can still get that. All right, so we have to be very cautious about this, and we're going to take all this into account. And I do think that once you get later in the overnight, when this is about to end, you do change over to snow showers. It'll go into Monday morning. Okay, here's the what I'm talking about. Here's Philadelphia, and this is I'm going to draw this in yellow just so you can see what this is. This looks like Greek to a lot of you, but this is a model sounding. I'm going to draw the. Let me do a different size here. Hold on, give me a second. I'm going to do a different size because it doesn't need to be that big. Try this. Okay. Here is this line I'm drawing right here. It's a profile going up in the atmosphere. So the surface is down here in the bottom. This is the surface, right? 850 right here. This is 5,000 feet up. Where it says 700 right here, this is 10,000 feet above the ground. Okay. Now watch what happens here. See this little warm wedge that's right in here. See that? This is a temperature dew point. And if everything is below this 0 degrees Celsius line or 32 degrees Fahrenheit, this is snow. Anything falling is snow. That warm wedge could be there. If it's on this side of the line, the left side of the line, then it's below freezing. It doesn't matter. It falls as snow and remains as snow. Well, watch what happens when I move this forward. Watch what happens. See this line starting to move closer to that line there? It's still snow here at this point, but then it reaches that line. Look what happens after a little bit. See that little wedge that jumps above 32 degrees? That means you have a warm layer aloft that starts off as snow above that layer. Starts off as snow. The snow melts in this layer here, which is a couple thousand feet deep, right? And then it has enough time to refreeze before it hits the ground, so it hits as sleet, okay? If it was going to be a deep layer of warmth aloft, it would fall as rain and then freeze on contact if it's below freezing at the surface. So this is what's happening. You get this little warm wedge. That's just enough. That's enough from changing over to change snow over to sleet. And that's what's happening around the Philadelphia area. So we are being very mindful of that. And we're going to see where we go from here. But I don't think it's going to be crazy totals when you get in our southeastern areas. Now, interior Southeast PA might get 8-10 inches of snow before you get any kind of changeover. These are things we have to look at today. But this system will pull away here on Monday. Leftover snow showers here in the morning. And then after that, we have partial clearing. We are dry the remainder of the week, but we're going to be cold the remainder of the week, all the way through at least Thursday, which is our 7-day forecast window. We're going to be in the 20s every single day, straight through the end of the month. So not going to be no warm-ups in sight. It's going to be bitterly cold. It will be dry, though, from Monday afternoon through the end of our forecast period, 7-day forecast period on Thursday. Again, join us at 5 o'clock today for the Weather Alert's first call, the first official call, which will have ranges of snow, and we'll update everything at that point. We remain in storm mode, so we're going to be answering a lot of questions on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or anything like that, because we're going to be very busy, obviously. I'm going to try to get the long range done this morning before any of this nonsense hits, but until then, we'll see you at 5 o'clock for the first call. I'm EPA boy meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for January 23rd, 2026. Have a great Friday.